I don't think you realize exactly how many new home neighborhoods are in the San Antonio area. I mean, you have over 250 to choose from. So how do you even decide which ones are the best of the best? Howdy, it's Michael McCall again. So the goal here today is to list out the 7 best new home neighborhoods in the San Antonio area. But like I mentioned, there's a ton, so this is a pretty daunting task. So why don't you and I kind of talk this through for a little bit? When my wife and I were looking at new houses a couple years ago, we were trying to figure out which area we wanted to be in, which community we wanted to be in. And so we focused on a few different things. The first one we focused on was the location. Location is pretty important, but we had a few different options for that. The second thing was the amenities. I mean, the amenities were important to us to some extent, but we weren't going to be using like the community pool or anything a whole lot, even the kids might. So that wasn't really something that we wanted to focus on. And I think the most important one, honestly, was the price versus the quality of the home. That was really kind of our big selling point. But that doesn't really help us to narrow these things down. Well, let's try this. Let's get some help, actually. She's gonna laugh at me for this. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
So how do I figure out exactly which of these new home neighborhoods is the best?
Really? Quit overthinking it and just pick the ones that you like the best. It's not that hard.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
All right.
It's simple, stupid. Great advice. Hurts my feelings every time.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the 7 best neighborhoods, new home neighborhoods in San Antonio based off the ones that I've been to and the ones that I like. So let's get after it. Please let me know what you guys think of this list of the communities down in the comments below. And then also if you have any others you think should have been added to the list, let me know about those as well. And then of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, you guys know that I'm an open book. Reach out to me at any time. I'm obviously a real estate agent, so if you guys are moving here, please let me know whether it's, tomorrow or in 2 years from now. I don't care, guys. Just let me know. I'm here to help you guys in any way, shape, or form. My information is going to be down in that first comment. Now, number 1 is going to be Esperanza. Esperanza has always been one of my favorite communities. It's located in Bernie, just east of town, right off of 46. So it is one of those communities that really stands out because of its amenities. The amenities itself have won many, many awards. There's 450 acres of open space with 20 miles of trails. Herf Elementary School is actually located within the community itself. You don't have to go, through all the houses, through all the neighborhoods where the streets are to get to the elementary school. So you don't have to worry about bad traffic or anything like that coming through right in front of your house. But it makes it for an easy walk if you want to walk your kids to school in the morning. There's also a brand new section opening up soon called the Regency at Esperanza that has exclusive 55 and older active adult community with their own community center and pool, fitness center, pickleball and bocce ball courts, and just all kinds of different stuff, which is very unique for this type of community. And last but not least, this award-winning community center has an Olympic pool, lazy river, splash pad, dog park, and volleyball court. Another really cool thing about this community is that it has a very wide range of prices. You're looking at from $400,000 all the way up to over $1 million in this neighborhood. Your builders are going to include Monticello, Coventry, Scott Felder, Perry Homes, Highland Homes, Chesmar Homes, and then Toll Brothers is the exclusive builder for the Regency at Esperanza, the 55 and older community. Number 2 is Davis Ranch. Davis Ranch is located on the northwest side of town. It backs up to Government Canyon State Park, which is I kind of like a lot because a lot of these neighborhoods, especially over on the west side, there's a ton of new neighborhoods popping up. They kind of get all stacked on top of each other. So there's really no defining space and no, for that matter, no nature, no natural space around it. So this one backing up to Government Canyon State Park is always going to be a big benefit for you guys in Davis Ranch because it is going to constantly have that open area, next to it that's not going to be ever built on. It has 40 miles of trails as well, big, beautiful open area, huge community pool with amenity center, cabana, a large open activity lawn, also has multiple lot sizes within the community itself. There's 45, 50, and 60-foot lots, a wide range of builders too. I mean, you're looking at Highland Homes, Syntex, Pulte, Coventry, David Weekley, and because of this wide range of builder. Highland Homes and Coventry and David Weekley are all known to be higher quality builders. Syntex and Pulte, kind of the lower end of things, your price range is going to be from 200s all the way up to the mid 600s. Number 3 is Vintage Oaks. Vintage Oaks is one of the most unique and cool communities, in my opinion, out there. I mean, even in, just outside of San Antonio for one. The biggest reason that I like Vintage Oaks a lot is because of its size. It's a huge neighborhood, but it has a lot of open space to it as well, because the lots themselves can be bought and sold. You can build custom homes in this community. It's completely different than some of these other communities we're talking about that are just kind of typical tract home communities where they're putting a house on a small lot and then selling the house itself. You can buy lots in this community. You can build a custom home, but there's also a section of it called the Grove at Vintage Oaks where you have those kind of more tract home style, communities, so that you can, if you didn't want to have to deal with finding a custom builder and going through that whole process, you can go straight to them, buy a spec home from either Perry, Scott Felder, or Monticello, and have a little bit more affordable home as well, because obviously when you get into those custom homes on those 1 acre lots, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Again, like I said, wide open space, so wildlife everywhere. It's in between New Braunfels and Bulverde. You're actually going to hit the Smithson Valley School District, so you're not even in the New Braunfels School District, even though you are a New Braunfels address here. It does have unrivaled amenities versus any other community that I have seen. I mean, you have a huge resort-style pool with a lazy river. You do have multiple community centers here, a 7,800 square foot fitness center and Olympic lap pool. You have tennis courts, soccer and baseball fields for the kids, countless opportunities for socializing and everything too, because there's lots of big neighborhood groups and events that go on constantly. Like I mentioned too, multiple custom home builders building in this neighborhood, even building spec homes on the 1 acre plus lots, so you can have the opportunity to go in and buy on those 1 acre lots without having to build yourself. And then of course you have the Grove, like I mentioned, that has Perry, Scott Felder, and Monticello, with prices from the mid 500s all the way up to over $2 million in certain cases. Number 4 is going to be Valley Ranch. Valley Ranch is located very close to Davis Ranch. It is just south of Davis Ranch off of Calabria Road. And my favorite thing personally about this neighborhood is just the fact that it's super affordable and has a crazy wide range of different opportunities for you to buy a house, in addition to some outstanding amenities for such an affordable neighborhood. You have a 10,000 square foot amenity center with a resort and Olympic style pools, fitness center, tennis and basketball courts, a huge playground, a water slide tower of all things. I've yet to see this in the neighborhood. A water playscape splash pad thing for the kids. You have an on-site lifestyle director that coordinates weekly events, an amphitheater for events, and multiple open air pavilions and picnic areas with outdoor grills for all the residents to enjoy. Like I mentioned, just completely unrivaled amenities for the prices, and the prices here are ridiculously low, starting at right at around 200, just slightly over 200,000, all the way up to the mid 500s, but that's not even the craziest thing. So these are all new homes by D.R. Horton. This community is entirely D.R. Horton homes. The smaller homes that are going to be around that 200s are actually specifically made to be for those that maybe don't want a big house to deal with. Roughly 1,000 square feet, 1-car garages, and then those higher priced homes are going to be homes that are all the way up to the mid 4,000 square feet homes, 6 bedrooms, 4 baths in some cases. I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. This was specifically made for families of all shapes and sizes to move to and have every amenity they could possibly imagine with a very affordable price for the type of home that you're getting. Number 5 is Meyer Ranch. So Meyer Ranch is located literally less than a mile away from Vintage Oaks, just down the road, right off 46 as well. Same situation, right between New Braunfels and Bulverde, obviously, and it is also going to be in Smithson Valley school districts as well. My favorite thing personally about Meyer Ranch is just the fact that it is just super affordable compared to Vintage Oaks, but you have all the different, natural beauty that Vintage Oaks has. I mean, most of the houses and streets in this neighborhood are kind of going around these winding hills. You have some really, really good amenities and really good quality builders as well. With all the open space, you have a lot of trails that go through. There's most of the houses in this neighborhood are back up to a green belt of some kind. There's a large gathering hall called the Hall. Go figure, with a playground, picnic area, a community green area with a stage for live music performances. There is soon to be a pool and amenity center as well, including a fitness center. There's also a dog park, and it's just one of the most picturesque communities that I have ever seen, honestly. Like I said, high quality builders in Highland Homes, Chestmart, and then Tri-Point. Tri-Point is not in any other community in San Antonio from what I'm aware. They're come out of Austin, but they're a really high quality home, kind of cool farmhouse style if you like that kind of look. We also have Guillen Homes and Bella Vista. Prices are going to be right at about $400,000. You can get some homes in this neighborhood for in that upper $300,000 price range, all the way up to the mid 600s. There's a couple older homes that you'll be able to find if you're looking at resale that, 2-3 years old maybe, that were built by Ashton Woods, but they've stopped building in Meyer Ranch recently, so you won't find any of those brand new anymore. Number 6 is Homestead. So Homestead is located in Cibolo, kind of between Schertz and New Braunfels. It is specifically made to be a very easily accessible community. I mean, it's right off of 35, but one of the cool things about this neighborhood that I like is that you can see the big, huge sign from 35. Literally driving down, you'll see it. But with that, you would kind of think there might be a lot of highway noise, but there really isn't. So Homestead, the neighborhood itself is kind of up and over the hill, so you really don't hear that traffic much when you're actually in the neighborhood, which is really great, like I said, considering how close it is to 35. One of their biggest selling points that they really focus on is being very close to Randolph Air Force Base, easy access for our service members that are working there, and then all the active duty families, and then the veterans that want to just be close to the area too. It's also incredibly easy to get to New Braunfels, San Marcos, and Austin. I mean, it's like I said, jump right on 35 and head north, and you'll get there pretty quick. Amenities, I mean, it's got a large amenity center as well, resort-style pool, open-air pavilion, big splash pad playground, a great lawn, and a 2,300 square foot fitness center. It's also got a lot of trail systems too. I mean, future connections to Deerhorn and Hilltop parks that are in the area too. So, I mean, it's gonna have some really good trail systems even in the future. And then they're also gonna have a dog park that's gonna be added soon. Builders, Chesmar Homes, Castle Rock, and Perry Homes, and you're looking at price points from $400,000 all the way up to $700,000 in this one. Number 7 is the Crossvine. The Crossvine is located just down the road from Homestead in Schertz. And again, quite possibly one of the neatest and most original tract home communities you're going to drive through and check out, because it has a very unique style. It's kind of the farmhousey look to it. Most of these other neighborhoods around here are all pretty basic as far as siding and brick and stone, but this one really focuses on that farmhouse look. The backyards, there's not a whole lot of privacy fences. A lot of these backyards have the kind of metal wire fence, but it has vines growing on it. Go figure, called the Crossvine, right? Has a ton of amenities. It's got the resort style pool, an events pavilion, an amphitheater as well, miles of hike and bike trails. It's got lots of green belts too, so they have these little pocket parks kind of scattered throughout those trails and green belt systems. It also has an outdoor exercise course that you can use, which is pretty original and pretty neat if you ask me. It's got a lot of water features as well, multiple ponds, and another cool and kind of original thing that I've seen is the lending library that the community has. So you may have seen these kind of at different convenience stores and things where, there's a big box that people can go in and put books and take a book, and it's kind of just a honor system. You go in, you can just share and get the community involved in reading, and nobody has to go and buy all these different books if they're only going to read them one time and then be done with them. Kind of cool. And then in a future phase, there's going to be a full-on town center with office, retail, and dining options for the community, and then Schertz as a whole to enjoy as well. Builders in this one, Pulte, Scott Felder, and David Weekley. So you're going to be looking at kind of similar to Homestead, $400,000 all the way up to the low $700,000s, but you get some really good builders in this situation too. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention to you guys about all of this is that I personally am only going to ever buy new homes, and I talked about that in a video right here. So check out this video, see what you think, and if you're looking at buying a new house, let me know and I can help you kind of look through any of these hundreds of communities in San Antonio. Be sure you subscribe as well, guys, and until the next time, I'll see y'all later.